Welcome, guys, to the very first episode of the Peach Boys Frequency. I'm here with Raf, our creative director and the co-founder of Peach Boys.
And then we have here you, the co-founder of the thepeachboysco.
Nice to meet you guys. So this is our very first podcast, actually. So we are inexperienced.
Yeah.
So give us some time to just relax and
Settle
we'll get the
down.
flow into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is our first episode. We want to tell you about the brand. So Izeki, please tell us how it all began, and because I'm a new addition to the team, so I haven't been in the whole startup, the whole thing. So I want Izeki to tell us more about the brand and how it all began.
As you know, Raf joined our team ever since around last year March, right?
Yeah.
And you know already what kind of brand we are as a Peach Boys Co.
Yeah.
We are a streetwear, but also a beachwear.
Yeah.
So we're trying to mix up those two different elements into one thing. So as you guys know, hey, Peach Boys Co,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah.
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 A fusion between the beach and
And the
the
streetwear.
streets.
It started 2021 actually. So 2021, we were all sipping some beers in the beautiful Boracay Island. And we were actually getting sauce during the afternoon.
Yeah.
It was me and these two other people that I met in that island. As you could see, during 2021, it was COVID, and everyone was starting Instagram businesses, small food businesses. It could be clothing brand, it could be food, it could be whatever you could think of on Instagram. But the thing is, my homie was like, I kind of want to start a business. So what kind of business is good? We were all looking at what's our similarities as people.
Yeah.
We like good fits, but we were always having a difficult time looking for clothing during that time. A good clothing that would suit our taste and that was breathable under the sun. So
And you guys are pretty much up to trend also with
Up to
fashion.
trend,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
fashion.
you're always,
While
you're
everyone
always looking
was
for
in
the
the
fresh
lockdown.
stuff, right? Yeah.
yeah, while everyone was in the lockdown, we were like, you know what, let's create something. And it happens to be that Peaches came out around the time. Peaches by Justin Bieber, I'm just letting you guys know. But that Peaches, I was like, yo, why won't we name it the Peach Boys Co? So that's where the name came from, the Peaches from Justin Bieber, because we all like Justin Bieber too.
Yeah.
So Peaches, so I was like, yo, the Peach Boys Co, why not? So that's all it started. It was just a simple talk with the homies, but it became a business. But there you go. We didn't know how difficult it was. We took it so lightly. We didn't know how the business was gonna go. And you already know this, right?
Yes.
You're part of the team now. The more we work,
The more we encounter challenges along the way.
Challenges.
And yeah, business is business. It's a very hard thing to pursue. It's a high risk, high reward type of thing.
Right.
And so going back to that, did any of you guys have any experience or knowledge that kind of started the whole thing?
to be honest, no.
No.
We had no experiences. I mean, I have some business background from university. My homies that I started the business with at first, they were working corporate too. But we all had our each strengths.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Definitely.
some people were strong with the graphic designing. Some of them were good at PR, like communication with, good relations with the suppliers or everything.
Marketing.
But the overall concept of the business, no, man. We didn't know how difficult it was. So eventually, I had to, we all agreed that they wanted to stop doing the business. And so I took over the business. And now you're on board in this.
Yeah. That's where I came in.
That's where he came in, Julio Sin.
Yeah, and he approached me knowing that I tapped into the whole graphic designing industry, and yeah, I sent my portfolio and everything, but it was a rough one. My
was a
drafts
rough one.
weren't the best, actually.
Let's talk about the first draft.
The first draft was horrible.
Yep. Okay.
I was
tell us
very
more about
fresh.
it.
I was very fresh into the whole thing. I wasn't the biggest in terms of fashion and everything. I knew what looked good, but I wasn't up to trend and everything like that. And and designing, obviously using softwares, I was still fresh and everything, so it was pretty hard. And I didn't know what Izeki wanted. I didn't know what he wanted. I didn't know what the brand wanted. Asked me, and it
Yeah.
was tough. But he got me up to the steps and everything, and yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about, okay, when you first sent me the draft to when you saw the standard of how we used to work as a team, well, me and the other shareholders, right,
Yeah.
and other partners, what do you think about like the quality of output we had?
Now or
Like
before?
before, when you first started.
Before it's very different. It was very much like a big learning curve, a slow start definitely,
Right.
and yeah, I was just getting used to the whole you know process and everything. I thought that we were kind of laid back last year, but now we're definitely in a different tone,
In a different
different
tone.
different rhythm. I learned a lot over the course of those months, and yeah, we're just building something different now.
When I got you on board,
Yeah.
we started to rebrand this whole business.
Yes.
Well, it's a clothing line, but
That was on the
you know,
table. The
that was on
rebranding was definitely on the
right.
table.
So what do you think changed from that point when I got you on board to now?
What changed? Everything. Lifestyle, values, priorities changed. Not as a brand, not even just as a clothing brand or a brand or anything like that, but more of just a lifestyle.
A lifestyle.
Sure, it's still a brand, but there's more to it. Branding is a big circle to tap into. You can talk about marketing, lifestyle, anything like that.
Yeah, so speaking of branding, right? This is what a lot of clothing brand we saw back then, or at least what we were trying to do also as Peach Boys. We were like, okay, let's create something good quality. Let's create something good quality that looks good at the beach, and then put the branding of Peach Boys.
Yeah.
And then I think majority of clothing brand does that too.
Yeah.
Put like a good brand on it, a good design, and then you put it on Instagram or social media, and you think it's gonna be a hit.
Yes.
But that's not the case, right? So what we're trying to do in this rebranding right now, right? As you know, to like what you said, lifestyle. We're trying to sell the lifestyle because again, me and you are on the same page now with the
Yes.
mindset.
Yes.
The mindset of like we're on this grind mentality, which is what when you go on your FYP on TikTok, you see a lot of grind mentality.
It is. Yeah.
And we went through a lot of party phase too. Right?
Yes.
We both went through the deepest of the deepest
Yeah.
and highest of the highest.
Yes.
But I guess like we both align in a way that we actually sat down and then got so emotional about this.
Yeah, we
with
had a
two
heart
bottles
heart
of wine,
heart
two
heart
bottles
talk.
of wine,
Yeah.
and yeah, like
We
I
just
think we're just on the same page now, which makes it easier.
Yeah, and since we see things eye to eye now, we definitely see the bigger picture. The
Right.
bigger picture ahead.
The similarity we had was, I guess we were both into fitness to start with, and I do believe that fitness is a good starting point into changing your mindset
Yeah.
into different things, because when you focus on the fitness, then a lot of the good things come out, right? Like the discipline on the fitness will affect towards your different things in life, like work or your
Yes.
relationship with other, teaches you patience, right? And so it's very interesting. And we both are just on a line with like, what are we gonna do now? Right? We were both stuck. We're just both two lost kids in the world.
Yeah. Just
We didn't know what to do,
yeah.
right? But we're like, okay, 9 to 5 corporate, if you're happy with that and you're stable with that and you're earning enough money, sure, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not the life we took, right? So
Yes.
what do you think about those?
9 to 5.
Yeah.
I totally respect it.
Yeah.
To each their own. I thought about venturing to that, but it's really not my kind of thing. Like I was scared to do it. I just felt like it wasn't for me,
Yeah.
and So here we are now. I'm trying something different to avoid that, and it's a tough thing to ask for a person to work 9 to 5, and I'm privileged enough to, or thankful enough to not go through that.
Yeah.
And but I totally respect for I have utmost respect for those people who work
Hmm.
corporately, and obviously if they're happy with what they're doing, then sure, go for it. As long as you're pursuing a job that's what's for you, you're passionate about, the
Hmm.
rest doesn't matter.
It's a huge risk also. Like if we go 9 to 5, we could do a stable job,
Yes.
stable income, and then maybe we don't even have to work on Saturday, Sundays. It's a huge risk for sure, but I guess it's like it comes from like the sense of belief, being the Lulu, being the Lulu in the way that you believe in yourself so much that you have high expectations that you could achieve so much higher.
Yeah.
It's a risk and uncertain things that you don't know if it's gonna work out, but you just gotta believe in the process that it's gonna work out.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Well, you have to be super realistic, especially in this world.
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of optimistic
Optimist.
outlook to everything, because that will push you to limits that you didn't know you had. That's why I always tell people, if you want to do something, explore it. No one's gonna stop you, and you'll find out if you
Yeah.
actually pursue it. You'll one thing that's certain is that if you don't pursue it, you'll never find out what's there for
Exactly.
you.
I'm very grateful that like our parents, for example, set us up in a really good position where we got options.
Yes.
And not a lot of people have options.
Yes.
But the thing is, when you got too many options too, you kind of get confused onto which which path you want to take or you
Yeah.
should take.
You can never be too sure about everything.
Yeah. You never know what
You
the
have
outcome would be.
you have to take the chance,
Yeah.
and the reality is some people don't have the chance. So when
Exactly.
you're given the privilege, to have that chance, to have that choice, take it. Take that opportunity, because some people don't even have that.
Yeah.
So you should be grateful for that choice, to be able to choose and everything. And when it comes to choosing, just keep it simple all the time.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that person who's always thinking about something else. Thinking about different options, and
Yeah. You just gotta
and
be
once you
like,
stick with one, don't look back.
yeah,
Don't look back, because
exactly.
that's what's gonna stop you from pursuing that path,
Yeah.
going through that journey. It's always gonna be half-assed, or yeah, half-assed if you're always looking back. So take the chance, take it, commit to it.
Exactly. You would never know what the other path would have as as a consequence, right?
Yes.
Like whatever you have in the long, I think it all comes to being grateful and having gratitude towards what you have around you right now, because like we could always look back, right? Oh, this could have been a path, this one,
Yeah.
but this is what you have ahead of you, and life only moves forward.
Yes.
You
And
only want to like just look forward and just dial in and put as much effort, as much sweat, tears and blood
yeah,
into it,
yeah.
right?
Uh, it's always gonna be that. Nothing comes easy. Um, everything that's how do I say, high rewards require a lot of effort, a lot of
Risk.
risk, and it's never gonna be easy. You don't want to
Yeah.
take that path. And just like diamonds are made
Under
under a lot
pressure.
of pressure. So I want to ask you about that. So how do you stop yourself from that fear of failing once you commit to that path? Because all that
Mm.
path, all that time you took, and you failed in the end.
What would I feel about it?
Yeah, and that's considered wasted time because you took that path.
I guess I don't have fear because there's two things.
Mm.
One is I have nothing to lose. We're young. We don't have family. We don't have like we don't have kids. So I think for early 20s, especially for us, it's a time for us to be risky,
Yes.
take the chance,
Take
take
the
the
chance.
opportunity and try it all. And the second one is I know I'm putting enough work into it.
Yeah.
At least I have no regret into putting. I have no regret into the output I'm putting in. If I was slacking, then I would be like, okay,
You'd feel it. You'd know to
maybe I will
yourself.
doubt it.
Yeah.
I will doubt it. But I know I'm putting enough freaking work. I know I'm putting enough intentions. I know I'm putting enough effort and my mind into it. So if it doesn't work out, at least I tried it. I have
Yeah.
no regrets.
And now
into
you
it.
know it's not for you.
I put everything into it.
Yeah.
Diba? So no regrets on that. So there's two things.
Yes. Very high learning curve there. Because you took that path, you failed. Now you know it's not for you.
Yeah.
You move on to the next one. And I
But I guess
guess
that's the thing though. Like people quit too easily. Remember when we first started like looking for the suppliers or designing some like clothing, we were always like, okay, we'll stop here, and we're like, okay, maybe this is it. But then that extra push, right?
Yeah, that extra-
let's check it out one
Yeah.
more time.
yeah,
Or let's design it one more time.
yeah,
And then new ideas come out again.
Yeah.
And then it becomes such a beautiful creation that comes out of it.
yeah.
So
it's always that last 10%.
extra, yeah.
Yeah, it's always
that
that
changes it.
That,
extra.
that it's always the last 10%